guys, welcome back to my video, my channel, my video. Hi, welcome back to the video. I hope you guys are doing well today. I was watching a Gail Gustinelli video. It wasn't super recent. I think it was done a few months ago. And she was making like the faux aged Scotch tape with clear labels. Well, I happen to have some clear labels. I had some that look like this, and some of the smaller clear labels, and I thought, well, I'll try it. So I tried doing in the yellow first, and I liked the way it came out, but I wanted it to be a little darker. I put them on book page, and you can see that, you know, they are transparent. Now, I didn't have transparent acrylic paint, so I'll show you what I did. So you can use your heavy-bodied or whatever type of acrylic you have. But I wanted it a little browner, so I added this cheap dollar store. It's called Saffron Acrylic, but it's metallic-y. Well, it doesn't give too much of a metallic sheen on it or anything, but it does make it look shiny like Scotch tape is. Of course, there is matte Scotch tape too. And I just tried it on both types of labels. So we're going to do a video real quick to show you how I did that. Let me move that out of the way. Now, Gail said, now these are printable, so you can use them. They're specifically for inkjet. So I got some from Avery here, and some from Staples. And I don't know how much they are originally. My daughter gave me the ones from Avery. And these I got from a thrift store. And I got 3 packs of it for 75 cents each. Now I did try printing on them to see if they were clear. Don't mind the printing. It messed up because I printed it in the wrong format. And then forgot that. Because, you know, this design was supposed to be all over this page. And this design was supposed to be all over this page, but it printed off backwards because I forgot when I reloaded it. But I was curious to see if they were transparent when you pulled them off. Now let me slap this on my book page. And they are. So that means that you can use any printable that you want to make like faux washi tape also. So let me grab one of these labels if I can pull it off there. They don't always want to come off. Very good. There we go. Now only part of that one printed because, you know, there's a little piece that didn't print, but that's no problem. But it does make it translucent, so that's a good idea to use. And these stick really well to book page without the additional glue, because they are pretty sticky. But I'm not going to let that go to waste. I'm going to use them. So, but I figured they'd work pretty good as like a background on ephemera. Well, I can't speak. Now it takes about 15 to 20 minutes for those to dry. So I mean, it's still a pretty quick project because it doesn't take much to do those. So I got that one. And I'm just using a straight edge ruler. Although you can use any type of tear ruler that you have. And if you don't have a tear ruler, there we go. if you don't have a tear ruler, if you have like an aluminum foil box, you can add cardstock to the back of it, take the little flap off, and use that as a tear ruler. And you know, just put a little cardstock on the back to make it a little sturdier, and it does give a little bit of a deckled edge. I'm not sure if you can see that. But, you know, that's just an idea. As soon as I get a heat tool, I will show you, not a gun, but like a tool that heats stuff up, I will show you how to make a tear ruler out of just a regular plastic ruler. That way you don't have to spend a ton of money, because the We Are Memory Keepers ones, I believe, comes in the 3-pack. You'll never end up using the other 2 that come in there. You'll only use the one side, so the cost really isn't worth it. Alright, so I've got a ceramic tile here, and I've got this cheap Dollar Tree paint called Yellow Oxide, and I want just a little bit, and I'm going to add quite a bit of the saffron to it to give it a browner look, and water it down. And that's how you're going to get the transparent look. Okay, move it over here. Now, Miss Gail was doing hers in a circular motion, but I found that that kind of, you know, pulls the paint off a lot. So I just kind of stipple it on, mainly because I like the texture that it gives, and I find that it doesn't peel off. Now, this method has been used, has been done using alcohol inks. I haven't tried that method, because I know for Miss Gail, she said it didn't work for her because it would just pull the paint, pull the ink right up off of the plastic. But I also find that it dries a lot quicker too. Doing this method rather than the circular motion method. And like I said, I just like the texture that it gives. Okay, I'm going to have to mix up some more paint real quick. It doesn't have to be an exact match or anything. Yeah, that may not be quite as brown. No, it's fine. But I just happen to like the darker look of the aged tape, the more brownish or golden color, I guess you'd call it. I don't know. Really. And she also trimmed hers down to like 1/2 inch each, but I'm not going to do that because I find that, you know, this size especially works just fine. It's probably about 3/4 of an inch, the label size. Alright, and that's pretty much how fast it is to do that one. Okay, So I'm just going to set it off to the side to dry. And of course, when it dries, it's going to look like that. And then when you pull it up and put it down, you can see the text underneath. Of course, you can do it on, you know, your images or whatever it is that you're making. Had a couple of dots there that got sprayed. No biggie. Alright. So, ooh, that's a lot. I'm going to do this one a little more on the yellower side, I think. Because I still have like that coppery color on my sponge. So it'll just mix in with it. Now just go over all the, you know, over to the edge, because this part, when you pull it off, it's got like blue writing on it or whatever. So when you pull it off, you know, that part won't be used anyway. I like this color too. It's not quite as dark as the other one, but also not quite as yellow as the first one. And by stippling it, of course, you can go back over to any places that you missed, and it won't pull the color back up. But yeah, I just wanted to give it a try and see if it worked, and it does work, and I like that. So I'm glad that I tried it. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good. And we used up the majority of that paint that was left on the tile. You could wear gloves if you wanted to. Because it does get a little messy, you know, when you're doing the pouncing up and down, but it washes right off, so if you're like me, you never think about wearing gloves while you're doing stuff. Except for messing with alcohol inks, I do wear gloves for that. Okay, so there it is, and it's already drying. Like, the middle section is almost already dry. So it's two different colors. But that's okay, because, like I said, I'll end up using it. And I like that you can print on it also. So, I've got a few different colors of each, and when I use it up, I can always make some more. Alright, so that is it for me on this video. Just a quick video to show you guys how easy the process was to do, in case that's something that you guys would like to do. The idea is for the paint to be transparent, and these were not transparent paints. So that's the reason why I watered them down. So, but it will work just the same as transparent paints if you don't have any. Alright guys, so I will see you guys back here really soon. I'm thinking that we might do a couple of other things along those lines. Because there's a couple of other things that I've seen that I would like to try. So we will see on that. So hopefully, you know, we'll just maybe do a series of quick little projects and stuff like this. So, alright guys. Oh, and by the way, a tip that one of my subscribers, Junk Journals by Jen, I believe is her YouTube channel name, had suggested to me to use a magic eraser on my craft mat. Because in the last video I said that using the soap and water didn't work too good. Well, I tried that. And I gotta say, it's not too shabby. It's still not completely dry underneath there. I probably should take my Timmy towel and dry it. Dry it off real quick. But if you saw the state of this craft mat, it actually pulled off some of the paint that was left on it and cleaned it. Now, it's never going to be 100% perfect because this one has been used quite a bit and I've had it for years. But it does look a lot better than what it did. So, I'm going to set that over somewhere else to dry because I keep getting my thumb in it. So, I'll move it over here to dry. And I will dry the back of this off. Because I even used it on this mat. And it has pulled off quite a bit of the glue. And I used it on my black mat. And I just set it off to the side to dry. Okay. Now, it didn't get rid of the gold acrylic ink that's left on there. There's nothing that's going to do. But it did clean off quite a bit of the glue. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I just got the cheap dollar ones from the dollar store. They're not the actual, like, brand of Mr. Clean Magic Erasers. They were just the dollar ones. And it worked out really well. So, just a tip for you guys from her. In case you're having trouble keeping your mat clean. So, it does require a little bit of elbow grease, but I figured it sure does beat lugging the larger ones. You know, back and forth to the sink. So, definitely worth it in my opinion. But, alright guys, that is it for me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys back here again really soon. Bye!